Welcome to Chicago's beautiful Union Station and leg 9 of my Great American Rail journey. This evening, I'm going to take the Lakeshore Limited overnight from Chicago to Boston, Massachusetts. But I have about 5 hours before that train leaves, so I'm going to go look around Chicago just a little bit. Back a few videos ago, I was in Chicago before I took the California Zephyr, and I explored some areas then. I'm going to try to do some different things this time. If you haven't seen that video, go back and check it out. Okay, time to go look around Chicago and see what we can find. Let's go. Would you look at this? Route 66. I forgot it does start here in Chicago. You know, I was just on Route 66 a few days ago in Gallup, New Mexico. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Anyhow, kind of cool to be back on Route 66 again. There's one thing we found. Let's see what else we can find. I could go up to the top of the Willis Tower to the observation deck, but I've already done that a few times actually, and it cost a lot of money. So I'm gonna skip that for today. Just to give you an idea of how tall the Willis Tower is, and you probably can't tell from this angle, this building right back here is roughly the same height as the tallest building in Charlotte, North Carolina, where I live. The Willis Tower, right here, wow, that's an odd angle, towers over this building. I'll try to get a better angle later on. I'm at Giordano's restaurant here in Chicago, and I ordered deep dish pizza. I just got the personal size, but that's all I can do. I don't even know if I can do this, but it looks fantastic. I can't wait to try it. All right, ready to dive into this deep dish pizza. Obviously, you have to use fork and knife with this stuff. Yeah, look how massive that is. That's good. That is really good. Yeah, this is incredible.
You just answered my question.
My deep dish Chicago pizza from Giordano's was amazing. It was so good, it hit the spot. It was just what I was craving, so just perfect. So different than the pizzas that I'm used to, but nonetheless, it was great. So right now, I'm walking through Grant Park, headed to the Buckingham Fountain. It's one of the largest fountains in the United States, and it reminds me of Al Bundy and Married with Children, because when that show comes on in the opening credits, that fountain is featured right in those opening credits. So I've never been there before, so we're gonna go check that out now. Okay, well, I made it to Buckingham Fountain. This is something new I've not done in Chicago before. Again, I'm trying to look to do new things in my short time that I have here, so very cool. I'm just looking for Al Bundy to show up. Down here on the lake shore, it's so pretty. That's a lot of geese, and in turn, lots of poop. I enjoyed my time relaxing along the lakefront. It was such a beautiful evening and the weather was perfect. This area here along the lakefront is just so nice. Gosh, all these people out walking and jogging. I'm glad I can get a little exercise in this evening after the long train ride, and then getting on the next train ride here in just a little while. Well, right up there's the Bean, but you still can't get to it. They still got it blocked off. I'm hoping that fence gets taken down before next month when I'm back here. Fingers crossed. I know I said I was going to try to go to all new places in this video, but there's one place I have to go back to that I really enjoyed so much, and it's a different time of day, so I want to see what it looks like with this different kind of lighting. So it's just right up here. So on my last video when I was in Chicago, I didn't come down to the bottom of the Riverwalk, I stayed up top. So this time I'm going to walk down to the bottom and walk right along the river. So it is a little bit different than last time. Yeah, this Riverwalk area is really nice. The first couple times I'd been to Chicago, this wasn't here. In fact, other than when I was here a few weeks ago, I'd never been here while this was built. This is fairly new. So anyway, nice to check it out. Well, that was fun. I think now I'm going to start walking back toward Union Station. I've already walked about 4 miles, so that makes me feel good. I didn't do much today because of the train, but it makes me feel good walking around the city. Anyhow, headed back to Union Station right now and excited to board my overnight train 448 Lakeshore Limited from Chicago to Boston. I made it back to Union Station. I had a great day walking around Chicago. I made the most out of the 5 hours that I had. I actually got 6 miles in, so that was pretty good. I had an amazing dinner, saw the cool Buckingham Fountain, walked up to the Riverwalk, got a lot of walking in, saw a lot of things. So now I'm back here at Union Station. I have my bags and just waiting to board the Lakeshore Limited. So looking forward to this overnight trip. Although I missed my double-decker Viewliners. Or Superliners, whatever those double-deckers are called. The Lakeshore Limited departed Chicago's Union Station at 9:30 p.m. and traveled overnight through Indiana and Ohio. It continued north through Pennsylvania and New York before splitting off in Albany. From there, it continued east into Massachusetts, arriving at Boston's South Station. Good morning. First fresh air stop of the day, Cleveland, Ohio. Right behind me is Cleveland Browns Stadium. The sun's just coming up over the lake and feels good to be outside getting some fresh air. I had a decent night's sleep last night on the Lakeshore Limited. I have a seatmate beside me, but it was not an issue at all. But the good thing about it is I can rest during the day. There's no lounge car on this train, unfortunately. Oh, it's difficult not to have that. But anyway, I could just rest during the day if I want to. He gets off at Buffalo. I don't know if somebody else is going to get on and fill that seat or not. Who knows? But anyway, Good ride last night. Just like before, trying to get some steps in while I can. I didn't do any filming last night on the train because by the time I got on the train it was dark, and I tried to get a little out the window, but it wasn't very good. So anyhow, I should be able to get some today. I've got a window seat, and we'll just see what we can get. The train station in Buffalo is far away from the center city. If anyone knows what this old building is, let me know in the comments below. Right now I'm enjoying a fresh air stop in Syracuse, New York. Earlier this morning I was in Cleveland, and that was in Ohio, and Ohio makes state number 27 that I traveled through on this trip, and Pennsylvania obviously was 28. Even though I didn't get out there, we still traveled through. So New York, this is state number 29 on this trip. Believe it or not, this train is actually running a little bit early. You know, most of my trains have been late. This one's actually early, so we have until 11:42, which is about 20 minutes here. Too bad there's nothing around. Goodness, this car is filthy. This train's pretty nice. My seat's comfortable. There's plenty of room. I don't think there's quite as much leg room on this train as there was on my Superliners out west. But I tell you, I really miss those Superliners. That observation lounge makes all the difference in the world. I'm getting tired of sitting in my seat. I know there's a cafe car, but it's just not nearly as big, and it's mainly for the people buying food, you know, eating the food that they get in there. So, you know, it's just not nearly as fun as the Superliners out west. I will say these bathrooms are probably a little bit nicer than the Superliners. Not much, but a little bit. In Albany, New York, another state capital. This is where the Lakeshore Limited splits off. Part of the train goes to New York City, and the part I'm on goes to Boston. So they said as long as I'm back by 3:20, I'll be back way before that. But I think I will walk into the station. Why not? I've got like at least 30 minutes. Not as much time as Denver, but still a good amount of time. Wow, this Albany train station is really nice. Very modern. Thought I would step outside the train station just to see what it looks like out here. It's been raining. I didn't know if the state capitol was close by, but apparently not. I don't see it anywhere. There's the state capitol over my shoulder. Yeah, this is one of the really long fresh air breaks. So like at least 30 minutes. I'm kind of interested to see how they switch the trains around, because one engine is going to have to go to New York and the other engine is going to have to go to Boston. So I might go back down to the platform and watch that. I just talked to one of the conductors, and apparently the front of the train where I'm at is the Boston part, and that's the part that it'll get detached and then it pulls out, and once we're gone, then another engine will back into the other train and it'll take it down to New York. So unfortunately I don't get to see it happen because I'll actually be on the train, but that's all right. It's pretty cool that it does that. And actually when I step on, I'll show you, they've already got part of it blocked off so that the car right here that goes to Boston, it no longer attaches to the part that goes to New York. It's still attached there, but when you come on, you can see right here that you can't go through any longer. Yeah, that was a fun little stretch right there. I enjoyed that. After 1,018 miles through 6 states and exactly 24 hours and 2 minutes, I've arrived in Boston, Massachusetts. Time to buy my ticket for the T to take it down to Quincy, where my Airbnb is. It's going to be about a 7-minute wait to take the T on down to Quincy. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I think I'm going to end it right here. If you have, please click that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Be on the lookout for my next video as I explore the city of Boston. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.